And now we're in Amber. One cost inkable. Action, control your temper. Chosen character gets -2 attack this turn. This is, I think, better than any other card that we've seen that was, pay one, give one of your characters plus attack and swing into it. Because the fact that you can give something -2 attack, then swing into it and not take damage back, I think adds some value. I don't necessarily think that makes it amazing by any stretch of imagination, but definitely more playable than those cards. So I put it in 3.5 out of 5 category. Um, because on my turn, generally speaking, I want to progress my game plan or like disrupt your game plan, but it goes in that priority. So like this does both because I'm gonna, in theory, keep my character alive and banish your character, my opponent's character. 5 out of 5. It's the Dingle Hopper. Amazing. One cost item, inkable, activate, remove up to 1 damage from chosen character. So we're getting into some healing effects that we're going to see in um, Amber and Sapphire. I actually think that that's an okay effect as far as like reusable healing effects, but the fact that it's just Dinglehopper makes it 5 out of 5. Healing Glow, one cost, inkable, action, remove up to 2 damage from chosen character. I don't necessarily want to be playing an action to heal damage. 1 out of 5. Hui Hui, 1/2, 1 drop inkable support whenever this character requests. You may add their attack to another chosen character's attack this turn. It's progressing in ability. It's going to give something 1 attack whenever you quest with it. It's got 2 defense. It's not amazing by any stretch of imagination. But I think it fits into an ability to kind of quest with this, multiple Hei stacking. I'm going to quest with my Heis. Give something +2 or 3 attack to be able to answer something else. 3 out of 5. 5 out of 5. Um, 1 drop, 2 lore generator, 1/1. Amber fits into like a very aggressive style with a couple different colors, making this card stupid. Stitch, 1 drop, 2/2, 4/5. We've talked about the inkable one cost 2/2s and how I feel about those. Timon, 1 drop, inkable, 1/2. Tastes like chicken. When you play this character, you may remove up to 1 damage from chosen character. Okay, he's got a when entering the battlefield effect. He quests for 1. If you're healing, it's fine. 2 out of 5. Be our guest. Character costs 2 or more. Kidding cost to sing the song for free. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a character card, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. It's one of the better songs in Lorcana. Being able to find combo pieces or characters that you need relatively quickly and to quote unquote tutor, which is not an effect that we've seen yet. It's pretty good. Pretty good. A lantern, 2 cost, item, birthday lights, exhaust. You may pay 1 less for the next character you play this turn. Feel like playing things for free is pretty good in a tempo-based game. 3 out of 5. LeFou, 2 cost, inkable, 1/2. If you have a character named Gaston in play, you pay 1 less to play this character. He's got 2 lore generation. So if you're playing a deck and you can have access to a Gaston to play a 1 cost 2 lore generator, seems good. 3 out of 5. Minnie Mouse, 2 drop, inkable, 2/3, 1 lore, 1 out of 5. Very plain, very vanilla. Sebastian, 2/2, singer 4. This character counts as cost 4 to sing songs, 1 lore. 3 out of 5, definitely playable. The ability to like sing a song at higher cost than the card that you're playing can be pretty good. Simba, 2 drop, inkable, 2/3, bodyguard, 1 out of 5. Ariel, singer 5, 2/3, musical debut. When you play this character, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a song card and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So you play this card and can sing songs that cost 5 or more. pretty good. 45. Just in time, you may play a character cost with 5 or less for free. It's like a reverse ramp. 3 out of 5, definitely playable to sneak things into play. Yeah. 3 drop, Inkable, Maximus, 3/3, Horse Kick. When you play this character, chosen character gets -2 attack this turn. 1 lore. Um, 3 out of 5, playable. 3 drop, 3/3, Mickey Mouse, Inkable, 2 lore. Very vanilla, 2 out of 5. Mr. Smee. This should say, don't try to stop me, Smee. Try to stop me. Don't try to stop me. Anyway, 3 drop, 2/5, 1 lore. Stat wise, 5. Pretty good. 2 out of 5. He's okay. Party World, action song. Character with cost 3 or more can tap to sing the song for free. Return a character card from your discard pile to your hand. 4 out of 5. I like the discard pile mechanics. I've mentioned that before. This bringing back a character from your discard pile that's already done something and can like truly advance your strategy. Seems really good. There's a Rapunzel that we're going to get to relatively shortly. Being able to replay that and tutor out of your discard pile seems really good. Really happy with this card. Ursula's Shell Necklace, 3 cost item. Whenever you play a song, you may pay 1 to draw a card. If you're singing a lot of songs, drawing cards is going to be really good. Is it playable? It may have a space. 3 out of 5. Ariel, voiceless. This character can't activate to sing songs. Very thematic. 3/4, 2 lore, 4 drop. She's better than Hans. As 4 drop, 3/3, 2 lore. If you're not going the song strategy, you have a lot of other ways to answer songs, but she has 4 defense, which puts her at a good breakpoint. 4 out of 5. A little better than Hans. Cinderella, 2/5, Singer 5. Activate, remove up to 3 damage from chosen princess character. If your princess strategy, this heals. Decent lore, decent defense. 3 out of 5, definitely playable. Again, 4 drop Hades, 3/2. When you play this character, return a character card from your discard pile to your hand, 1 lore. Yep, just the ability that you're using a character and you're bringing it back from the discard pile to do something with it again, such as a Stitch, Rapunzel, Singer, Ariel. Seems pretty good. 3 out of 5. Hakuna Matata, 4. Character cost 4 more can sing this song for free. You remove up to 3 damage from each of your characters. Widespread heal seems pretty good. They've got a good like defense breakpoint in Amber, so it has the ability to be okay. It just really depends on where it's going to sit as far as damage is concerned to make this like highly, highly playable. Still in the playable category, 3 out of 5. Prince Philip, 4 drop, 3/3, Heroism. When this character challenges and is banished, you may banish the challenge character. 2/2. So this goes back to something I was talking about earlier. When this character is challenged, you may and defeated, you may banish the chosen character. Like this works the other way. When this is challenging something and it's banished, you may banish the chosen character. So you can like run this into anything and remove it. Definitely ups it in the playability category. It's just a question of like it gives you an answer to something on the board, and you can use it for lore at 2. Definitely playable. 3 out of 5. Pumbaa, 4 drop, Inkable, 3/5, 1 lore, 1 out of 5. 5 out of 5. This card is stupid. 4 drop inkable 1/5. When you play this character, remove up to 3 damage from one of your characters. Draw a card from each 1 damage removed this way. So you've seen a lot of like 5 damage breakpoints in Amber, and the fact that you can just play this card, heal something up, and then draw 3 cards for 4, very good. You have forgotten me. 4 cost inkable action. Each person chooses to discard cards. 2 cards. It has a place. Again, I've mentioned a little bit about discarding cards. 3 out of 5, it's playable. This is a strategy that probably can be expanded upon in the future. I think there's only 2, maybe 3 cards that we've looked at so far that are like around the discard theme. But the ability to like control again your opponent's resources can be very strong. So this is something that can be watched if it's going to be very much good. If it's going to be better, especially considering that there are ways to play cards for free. So like Genie exists, for example. So if you're playing like green yellow, you can play this for free. I don't necessarily want to spend 4 ink to just make my opponent discard 2 cards, unless like they're playing. Maybe there's a world where I'm playing some kind of random deck that is kind of controlling in nature, and my opponent is playing an aggressive deck and they're holding like a whole new world and a refresher card in their hand, and they've already expended all their board presence and they're just waiting to draw all their cards again. And then I just slam, you have forgotten me, and then they discard it and now they're top decking. But I still think it's questionable for the first set in the game. Goofy, Musketeer, Bodyguard. When you play this character, you may remove up to 2 damage from each of your Musketeer characters. The Musketeer characters have a lot of health, so this puts into Musketeer um, Steel and Amethyst. Also, the art on the Musketeer cards is just quality. 2 out of 5. Don't think it's good enough quite yet. Maximus, Bodyguard, 5 drop Inkable, 4/5. Support. Whenever this character quests, add their attack to another character's chosen character's attack this turn. 1 lore. The fact that he has got Bodyguard and you can give like your 1 drop or 2 drop for attack by questing with this and then swinging into something up is very good. 4 out of 5. Moana, 5 drop Inkable 1/6. Whenever this character quests, you may ready your other princess characters. They can't quest for the rest of the turn. And she generates 3 lore. I think this card is really good. I don't know how good this strategy is, but I'm going to give her a 4 out of 5. The fact that you can quest with your princesses and then quest with Moana and ready your princesses and then attack like opposing characters can like be very strong. This reminds me of like Teen Titans Go kind of combo strategies back in the old versus system days. I make a lot of not necessarily comparisons, but think back and forth between the two because this game reminds me a lot about versus system and the way the resources work and the tempo of the games. Stitch, Rockstar, 6 drop, Inkable, 3/5, shift 4. You can play this on top of one of your characters named Stitch. Whenever you play a character with cost 2 or less, you may exert them to draw a card. 3 lore. In a deck full of low cost cards, and this has your high end. It's amazing. It's just like refreshing your hand every time you play your low cost cards. So like imagine you just shift a Stitch for 4, you have 2 mana left over, 2 ink left over, and you play like a Lilo and then immediately exert it, draw another card, and so on and so forth, and just keep replaying stuff. Seems pretty good. It does leave them vulnerable to like a quick answer from your opponent, but you're just creating a lot of board pressure. Stitch, Carefree Surfer. When you play this character, if you have 2 or more other characters in play, you may draw 2 cards. Yeah. 7 drop Inkable, 4/8, 2 lore, and play it and draw cards. 4 out of 5. It's an amazing card. Hades, shift 6. You can pay 6 to play this on top of one of your other characters named Hades. This character gets +1 lore for each other villain character you have in play. So cards like this get really scary depending on how your deck is built. But the fact that you can just like pop out of Hades and then have like a insane lore threat on the board relatively quickly with a nice defense stat makes it something that your opponent has to answer, and usually they're going to have to answer it with either a lot of cards on their board or an action item or the sword that kills a villain character. But yeah, it's an amazing card. And that's going to do it.